I'm Chris, I strength gym Independence. So we've had the belt squat for quite some time now, and we've received a lot of good feedback. This is quickly becoming a piece that's one of my favorites. I just want to show you guys a couple tips and tricks that I've learned and some other people have showed me. So one thing that I've noticed here is the heavier I go in the belt squat, the more the belt actually digs into my waist, and it actually has been becoming increasingly uncomfortable and causing a decent amount of bruising for me around the waist. So one thing I like to do, this is something that someone showed or told me about, is I'll take my sweatshirt and I'll just kind of fold it around and then tie it around my waist. Okay, so now I personally like this Spud Inc belt. I like the way it hangs a little bit lower. So it's just a little bit more comfortable for me. We have 3 different belt options to choose from. It doesn't really matter, just use whichever one's comfortable for you. So after when I'm getting latched in here, one thing that's really important is just to make sure that you have all the tension out of this chain. I like to have very minimal tension or slack in the chain anyways, otherwise the lower you go, with the more tension you have, it will bottom out this platform here. Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't have all the tension out, or if there's maybe a kink in the chain and that slips on you, that could cause some catastrophic damage to your nether regions. So just please be careful with where the chain hangs. Now I'm in position, so I like to have the belt pretty low on my waist or my hips. For me, that just is the most comfortable, causes less pinching and pressure on the hips. Now you may notice that I also have my heels elevated. I've got some ankle mobility issues, and I'm really just trying to focus on the quads here when I do this movement. So if you try this with your heels elevated, and you have I suggest it, especially if you have trouble feeling it in the quads. So basically, we're just gonna squat down with this, try to keep our chest out. I like to sit down into my hips best I can for me, but again, do whatever is comfortable for you. Go as low as you can tolerate. And just make sure that you're not pulling up with your hands. All right, so a lot of this is stuff that no one has already covered, but I just want to reiterate. All right, so I was able to perform that with just a little bit of pressure in my waist, but absolutely no pain. So try these tips out. If you have any other tips that you want to suggest, comment below. Otherwise, any questions, comments, or concerns, always feel free to reach out and ask. Thank you.